Hello everyone, Casey here, and welcome to my review for Gear Up. Gear Up is a free-to-play multiplayer vehicle combat game available on Steam for PC, Mac, and Linux. It is being developed by Doctor Entertainment and was released on Steam on January 28, 2015. Over the past few days, I've sunk quite a bit of time on this game. The more I played it, the more I thought that perhaps this is a title more people should know about. The game sounds rather simple when read aloud. Players build their own custom tanks and specialize them in the manner that suits their playstyle the best. Then you take said tanks and compete against others in one of three game types: Conquest, Deathmatch, or Team Deathmatch. That's it. That is the entire game in a nutshell. I'd like to tell you that there's more to it than that, but as far as content goes, that's really about all this beta has to offer at the moment. However, just because it lacks some content, doesn't mean that it's not fun as hell. Because of the crazy level of customization in the game, it truly allows for some interesting and diverse styles of play. For example, I built my tank with light and small parts. It keeps me fast, faster than most. However, the speed comes at the cost of very low armor. I'm pretty damn weak. If I get caught in the open, I'm dead more than likely. But here's the thing, because of my speed, it allows me to get up close and personal with most of my enemies before they've had a chance to realize what's happening. I close the gap, touch bumpers with them, and burn them to a crisp with my flamethrower. A very short range weapon, but extremely deadly, so I need all the speed I can get to get close to the enemy. I find this tactic works out pretty well for myself, but that's not the only tactic out there. There are dozens upon dozens of parts to choose from to build your tank. I've seen snipers that cloak and sit off in the distance, picking off players with ease. I've seen players that have a hover tank that fires at enemies from the sky. The customization in this game is kind of what makes it stand out from the rest. The game is indeed free to play, as I mentioned earlier, but of course there is a business model to allow the creators to make some profit off of it. However, in this particular case, I find that it doesn't turn the game into a pay-to-win game. The free version of the game allows you to create a tank and unlock all the parts in the game with in-game currency you win after each match. The basic bundle of the game allows you to be able to create multiple tanks, essentially having classes. It also allows you to be able to own more tank parts at any given time. The basic purchase costs $10 currently. Finally, the premium version of the game allows you to be able to have everything the other two versions do, but with the addition of having all the vehicle parts unlocked from the get-go, allowing you to have access to every part in the game instantly. The premium version of the game currently costs $20, so in the end, purchasing the game pretty much just allows you to have multiple tanks. Since regardless of what version you have, you will eventually be able to have any part you want in the game. It's just a matter as whether or not you're going to have to save up for them with in-game currency, which, might I add, is given out pretty generously. The game has a decent amount of maps out right now, all of which are at least decent. Some of them are actually pretty damn good. The community on the game seems rather friendly, but competitive, which is always a good thing if you ask me. The controls for the tanks range from fast and accurate to slow and clunky depending on your particular build. The gameplay is very fast, action-filled, and fun. The graphics are slightly cartoony, but with a pretty nice style. The game only has a few shortcomings at the moment, but again, since the game is in beta, I suppose it's to be expected. The game currently seems to have quite a few crashing issues. For example, if I try to set the graphics settings to Ultra, the game just gives up and goes home. But a rather more serious issue is the game has a tendency to crash at the end of matches pretty frequently. This could mean nothing if it crashes a bit later on, but sometimes it will crash right before you are awarded your prize points and XP, meaning that the entire match you just played was for nothing. This has happened to me several times, and is pretty frustrating, especially when you're winning, but even more frustrating if you're hosting the game. Hopefully these issues will be addressed quickly in a future update. As for the other issue, I suppose time is the only way to find out. The game does indeed lack content. 3 game modes and about 8 maps. With the style of gameplay the game offers, I would love to see a crazy fast-paced capture the flag mode, or even better, King of the Hill. That would truly let my tank build shine. Once again, since the game is in beta, I'm hoping new modes and maps will come out to play in the future. All in all though, the game is free, and it is fun, especially if you're playing with friends. So there really isn't anything to lose, so I suggest you all check it out, if it looks like something you could enjoy, even just a little bit. Well, I hope you all enjoyed my review for Gear Up, and if you did, please be sure to click that thumbs up button, and subscribe so you can stay up to date with our latest videos. Well, until next time guys.